So if you are having a tough postpartum, I just want to let you know there is a light at the end of the tunnel. Keep pushing, keep fighting. Get with people that can help you, help yourself. You got this. Do it for you and your baby. You and your family. Hey guys, it's Tara Alchemist. Oh, this gonna be good. Hey y'all, it's Tara the Alchemist. This is the video I've been so ready to get out. Just clear up any mess. Let's get straight into it, okay? This is my postpartum video. Trigger warning, it is some scary things I do talk about in here. So if you do get scared easily, you might not want to watch this. But if you need help with spiritual warfare or your postpartum, you might want to watch. Okay, so my postpartum was kind of hard. It was a lot, to be quite frank. Okay, so I spent the first night out of the hospital at my great-grandmother's house. She did what she had to do. Love you, Grandma. I love you, Grandma died. Okay, so then after that, I went to my grandfather's house and I stayed there for 2 weeks. To jump back into the last video, I moved out of my mom's house. I moved out of my son's dad's house and I was at my grandfather's house, and he did help where he could, but pretty much it was just me and God. Let's just be honest, it was me and God. And so I gotta get this out real big. Okay, so when my son was 2 weeks, I moved back in with my mom because I know my sisters was there and they was saying they was gonna help me. I don't know, I probably should have thought. My sisters are in school, they are teenagers, and my mom works 12-hour shift. So pretty much it was me and God. But so yeah, I moved back there, and my dog Mocha, she had passed away in March of last year, March 1st. And so that was a lot. But so pretty much they got a new dog, and that dog is kind of crazy. She was doing a lot. She's eating the dirt off the plants. Yo, she be eating the dirt. She had bad anxiety. And let's just say that house wasn't really suitable for me and my son. But we stayed there for a little bit. And my mom, I thought she was going to be a mom. But I should have kind of knew from past experiences. She's just not that for me, and that's okay. But I'm cool. That just helped me grow up. And if you say you leave your mama today, God is going to place those figures, like monthly figures, into your life like that. Anyway, so I moved back in. They helped some. The whole time I was there, my mom never came in my room. Y'all keep that in mind for some things I'm going to have to say next. But she would, pretty much communication, it wasn't there. Even when I went there, she texted my sister to tell me to come outside, and I didn't know I was moving back. I thought I was just staying for a little bit to get myself together. But so when I went outside, she was like, "That's all you got?" Because I only brought a little bit of stuff, and then we went back, got my stuff. Y'all. Let me just say, y'all gonna hear some noise. It's okay. So we had me and Zayari, my son, we moved back into my old room, and my sister had moved out of the room just for the time being, but she knew it wasn't permanent. So yeah, and basically I was just going through a lot. So like postpartum was postpartuming. They try to stop me from talking. I'm getting this out. Okay, so the reason I had mainly moved back was because I wanted to get me and my son's own house, and then since my mom already went through that process, she had 4 girls. She already know how to do it. So pretty much she said me and my son was going to stay for 60 days, and then we were going to get our own place. But then she had put him on her housing, and then just came out one day and said that she was going to get a 4-bedroom. So she added him on the housing when that was never the plan. She even asked me if she could put him on her housing plan. So that was weird. Y'all know that was wrong. You know that was wrong if you watch it. And I was speaking to God, but then it's just like, when you're vulnerable, that's when like the bad thoughts, what you focus on, more will come. So pretty much the bad thoughts was coming, and I was just allowing myself to feed into the bad thoughts. And pretty much I created a lot of negativity into my mind. So where it was a bad place, and I was scared to go to myself, to God. And so I was moving in low vibrations. I picked up bad habits. I was lying just to lie. I wasn't really keeping up on my hygiene. Like, it was bad. It was bad. Sometimes you had to do wrong to see that you were right the whole time. So basically, I got into bad habits, and I started pretty much asking the devil for stuff, but like, because I was feeding into my bad thoughts, and I just thought that was okay. Asking for like worldly things, like just like food, and I was saying thank you and stuff. So pretty much, instead of going to God, I went to the devil. But it caused a lot of spiritual warfare, and I feel like my vulnerability was being taken advantage of. But I was going to God and the devil, so I would say thank you, God. Thank you, devil. It was a lot. It was a lot. A lot of spiritual warfare. Let's just get that clear. I want y'all to really know that. So, my mom, when we would go out, sometimes she wouldn't tell me to bring a stroller, or we would go a lot of places, and I was postpartum. Like, this was me early on. She would take us a lot of places and not really give me a lot of information. So let me give y'all an example. For one example, we went to the mall, and she would like, say we went to the shoe store, she would take her and my sister up further to go look at shoes, but she would make me sit like in front of the employees and just have the baby. Like, it was almost like she was trying to humiliate me. Like, it was so weird. There was a lot of weird stuff, just a lot of weird stuff going on. And I know unhealed trauma, like I said in the last video, when you don't heal your trauma, it can cause a lot of bad things, and it can cause you to move with bad intentions and just be evil when you don't have to. And so pretty much that was what was going on. And so, hold up, let me get this baby. Okay, let's just jump right back into it. And yeah, it was just a lot of the weird stuff. And I thought, like, since my mom has 4 girls, I thought she would be able to help me, give me some like tips and stuff on how to be a better mom. But she would just be telling me, don't do that. Or sometimes she would be like, try this. But pretty much it wasn't a lot of help. But she would text me that she was going to help, and I could bring him in her room anytime. But she never came to get him. It was just it was weird. And we didn't really communicate. She never came in my room. But how I knew I was being spiritually attacked is I had a dream that she had came into my room, and she never came into my room. And pretty much spiritually, that gave me insight that she was coming into my energy, and she was comfortable just coming into my energy. So pretty much I took my power bath. I was reading Psalms. I went on a fruit fast. I had to bring in my ancestors to help. It was a lot. And I got my help. And then I got a download. It was a lot of spiritual, like lights was flickering. I thought I wasn't going to be here. Every day I was thanking God for another day. Even though you're supposed to do that anyway, but I pretty much told the devil, I choose God. I choose God. I love God and I choose God. So got that worked out. Took my power back, took my energy back, all that. Got us together, and pretty much it was a lot of spiritual warfare, and it was getting real scary. It was getting real dark and scary. But I was reading my Psalms. I couldn't sleep some days, and I woke up to spiritual gifts. One of my ancestors had helped me through one really scary night, and it pretty much woke me up to a spiritual gift where I could help people later on and when I left my mom's house. So I was praying, reading my Psalms, fasting, helping out my ancestors because they was helping me. I was really getting it done, doing what I was supposed to do. And so it was weird. This one day I just randomly dressed me and my son. She she was on the phone with her boyfriend, and she was like, "Where y'all going?" And I just said nowhere, because I didn't really think we was going away, even though I got a download the day before from Spirit that at Monday at 4 p.m. we was gonna be leaving. So it was 3:59. My sisters had already came from school. It is like, Yuri, he just started crying like a painful cry. Nobody was touching him. He was gonna be by himself. That's when I was like, and that was right at 4 o'clock p.m. That's when we left. I went to the riverside. I got my mind together. I didn't want to move on impulse, so I went to my friend's house, a place that I knew was like a safe haven I went to before, and to be able to get myself together. And so I stayed there for 2 days, and I told her pretty much what was going on. And that's when I just moved with God. It was pretty much me and God after that. I didn't get on my phone for like 30 days. And most days I didn't have a phone. I was asking other people what time it was. But yeah, I'm thinking about, this is probably going to bring me into another story time I might be telling later on. I don't think it's time yet. It's still too fresh, but pretty much my postpartum, how I got help was I got a therapist. Kind of funny. The therapist, it was a lady from my church. She helped me get a therapist through her company because she got a business with therapists, and I'm thankful for that. And the therapist really helped me with coping mechanisms. She was telling me stuff. I told her like pretty much my whole life and what was going on, and she was telling me I had anxiety and high functioning depression or whatever, but she was giving me coping mechanisms. And and even one time I had took I think I was only supposed to take 3 ibuprofens, but I took 6. I was supposedly supposed to, slur slide, but I knew I wasn't going to do it. I took 3 more pills than I'm supposed to. That's the only thing I did to get us close today. But I chose God. I chose to live for me and my son. And so some things that helped me with my postpartum is therapy. I had to go back into my mind and clear up all the negativity and entities and anything I allowed to come in. So pretty much I had to meditate. I was using a lot of music. My spirit team, we all came together, helped me get me together. And look at me now. Thank you, God. Thank you, spirit team. But yeah, I'm telling y'all, if you ever going through spiritual warfare and you know who is messing with you, you have every right to call in justice from your spirit team and read Psalms 91 and Psalms 35. That is the Psalms I read. Anytime I felt the need, anytime I felt like I was being spiritually attacked, I read those. And it helped. And fast. I know I heard of the David fast, but fruit fasting or just fasting 3 or 4 water. But make sure you got enough energy, especially if you got baby. And also, make sure you have somebody to talk to, because I had caught this adoption business because I just thought I couldn't do it, but in reality, I just needed somebody to talk to. So pretty much she would call me and just check up on us and see if I wanted to move forward. And so, but I knew I didn't, but she was just somebody to talk to, and I'm really thankful for her. She really did help. Thank you, girl. What am I trying to say? Or make sure you have a good support system, or if you don't, make sure you at least have somebody to talk to, or healthy coping mechanisms. And I also meditated a lot to help me with my spiritual warfare, my postpartum, and I was dancing. I was pretty much getting negative energy out. I was clearing energy out with incense help, cleaning up actually. I was doing that. Yeah, do what you know to do to help you cleanse spiritually, mentally, physically, emotionally. So yeah, I got up out of here in one piece. The enemy thought he had me, but God said you are mine. Yeah. So the things are meditate, have a good support system, have somebody to talk to, do your research on the babies, what they need. Because breastfeeding is really what almost took me out. Breastfeeding, every hour on the hour. That was a lot. Being engorged, all of that. And I didn't really have everything I needed because I was vulnerable, and I feel like my vulnerability was being taken advantage of. But I came out. God had me. through it all. I went through hell and back, literally. Y'all don't even know the half. Like, it was a lot of spiritual warfare. But look, God had us through it all. Just made sure me and my baby was protected. I did have a lot of bad thoughts, but then I just started focusing on the good. I started small. I had to learn how to trust myself again. So I started small, like, it was small, like, I'm small right now. Smile. That's how I had to learn to trust myself again. Pretty much I had to learn how to be a human all over again. It was a lot, but I made it. One postpartum and spiritual warfare, and I just want to say, do not play with God's anointed. Do not play with nobody. Just be good to everybody. But if somebody play with you, you have every right to defend yourself. And also, I learned a lot about like the spiritual realm and the physical realm and how they're both pretty much really connected. And I had got some insight on one of my cousins. His name is Jamal. He got shot in 2008. I love him. He is at peace. He is a big help. So if any of my family is watching, Jamal is at peace. Except when his family is older. Then you catch what I'm throwing? But he's at peace. And anybody who was involved with his death, you know who you are. You need to watch out. Because that was wrong. The big mom, my mother, something to do with rape, wine, drugs, money. And he do apologize if he hurt anybody. He was really sorry. But he good. Alright. Thanks for watching. Keep tuning in, because it's about to get real good over here. This is not my first pregnancy. I was pregnant before at the age of 16, and I was throwing up a lot. And I didn't think I was pregnant, but my mom's like, "You pregnant?" And so she took me to urgent care. They did a test, and I was like 5 weeks pregnant. And pretty much she wanted me to have an abortion. And then she asked me what I wanted to do. I was like, I don't want it. But I really did want the baby. But it was like, I just knew I couldn't have the baby in her house. And then the father of that baby, I don't know how that would have went. That'd have been messy. But yeah. But pretty much I learned that abortions are also like a spiritual agreement. And so I had to do a lot of womb healing after that. And pretty much just send the baby back with love and joy. And I did the pill because I wanted to do just like surgery one. But my mom took me and they said it was already filled up for that day. So she said she wanted it to be done that day. So I had to do the pill. It was very painful. Nobody helped me. I was on that floor in pain because it's like a forced miscarriage with the pill. I just want to say it's a spiritual agreement. So if you ever went through an abortion and you're having guilt, just know it's a spiritual agreement. Do some womb healing. I have a video on that. And send the baby back with love, or let the baby know you love them and it's okay. It's okay. And if you want them to come back, tell them they can come back when they're ready, when y'all ready together. So, okay, also let's talk about why I got pregnant so young. I got pregnant at, well, yes, the 16. I didn't have the baby all the way through, but I had a baby at 9. I got pregnant at 19, and I had the baby at 19. I got pregnant like I was almost 1 month, fully being 19, almost. But I got pregnant at 19, and I always wanted a baby. I would see babies time to time in my family, but we never had babies close in our family. And I always loved kids, and kids always loved me. I used to babysit the kids in the neighborhood, and yeah. So I had a baby at 19. Just felt like it was God's plan. Only God could allow a baby to come all the way through, first and foremost. But I'm thankful what happened, and watch our life go up from here. Peace. Thanks for watching. Tell the Alchemist out. Till next time. Love you guys. I also want to say thank you to a few people that went to church around that time when I was going again. Thank you to Aaron for some words of encouragement. Thank you to Aunt Nate, for some things for the baby and a hug. Thank you to the Brown family. I think your name is Jacqueline Brown. I just know you gave me this card. It says the Brown family. Thank you. I appreciate you and your gifts. Thank you, Kenya, for your gifts. Thank you. Thank you, Bishop. Thank you, God. Hope you guys learned something from this video. Hope you guys like this video. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.